Good morning, everybody. It's Jen. Jen Sells here in Denver, Colorado. I'm just jumping on here today and we're going to continue our conversation about how, what tools we can use to uh, make our real estate business more efficient. I'm sure that just about everybody that is on this call or has been on this call or will watch this in the future has utilized ChatGPT. But I tell you what, the last few weeks I have seriously seen more and more and more capabilities that ChatGPT is learning how to do. It's also starting to mirror my personality, um, which is kind of great and kind of scary too. Um, I have a real estate burn book, um, AI generated TikTok. And so when I put an idea into ChatGPT and I say, fix this idea or help me rewrite this idea so that I can create an AI generated video, make sure that I do it in my typical voice, which is super sarcastic. Um, this stuff that ChatGPT is now generating for me is quite literally great. So, and scary all at the same time. So, I do suggest that no matter which platform you're trying to get good at. So, let's say, you have decided that you want to dominate your specific neighborhood or your specific city. I suggest you go into ChatGPT, you upload the Wikipedia, and you go into ChatGPT and you upload like all of the facts for your city. You upload, you know, any sort of information that you can possibly get into there. Maybe you'll upload your community association's list of events. And what you're doing essentially is teaching ChatGPT every single thing or giving it all the information about your area or your community or whatever that you're working on. So I could do one I live in Denver and specifically South Denver. And, one of my objectives over the next few years is to start giving all of my business that is farther north or in Conifer or whatever to a member of my team. And I would like to hyper focus more into the neighborhoods in the towns that are here where I live so I can stop driving, right? That's the objective. So one of the things I'm working on with ChatGPT is I am pulling up like the neighborhood, the Wikipedia, then the HOA site, and I'm getting all of the information I possibly can. And I type in, Highlands Ranch, and I put all of that in. I put in the festivals. I'll even download the community associations list of events for the entire year. And then I can go into ChatGPT and I can say, let's say I wanted to work on specifically YouTube, right? I'm not doing that right now. Right now, I'm working specifically on, being a snarky real estate agent on TikTok, but here nor there. Let's just say that I want to do this. So I will go into ChatGPT, I'll upload all of this information, and then I'll say, hey, it's Jen. I want to create a YouTube page or work on my YouTube page. And I want to really put it into different towns or different neighborhoods. And I want to create scripts and contents that will go viral or will get views that will help me become the neighborhood expert that will rank high in SEO. You're wanting to use all these key directions, and knowing what you know about Highlands Ranch give me videos and content specifically for YouTube, because then it will take the YouTube rules and it will apply it to everything that it spits back at you. And then you take that and you can do a million other things. So if you want to do it in your own, which is what I suggest you do, let's say it gives you video scripts, then you can go and shoot those videos. You can push that into YouTube and you can basically just schedule it. You could take a day. I mean, this is old school stuff, but I'm just talking about how ChatGPT can really level you up. And there's a million others. There's like Gemini can do the same thing. Um, and then what it does is it just helps you increase your SEO, all these things. Right now, like I said, I'm for fun and stress relief. I have created a TikTok, which is totally inappropriate. We don't need to talk about what it is, but it's for real estate. And I say all the things that I've ever wanted to say with anonymity. Is that the word? Where you don't know me. And the fun that I'm having with ChatGPT is amazing. This morning, it's already 9 o'clock in Denver, but I've already had a 15-20 minute call with a local lender who called me at 8 o'clock this morning as I was trying to get ready for this. And he said, "Hey, Jen, I have all these leads, right?" So this is the way he's utilizing it. He said, "I have all these leads and I write copy to send out a text. And I'm wondering if you think it would be better for me to send out a voicemail." He uses slide dial a lot. He uses the old school slide dial thing. He goes, "So if I take these leads, they're specifically this lead source, I write this copy and I send it to him. I've had, like, let's say I have 300 people that have responded in the past and filled out their intake form, but then they go cold. How am I going to get these people to re-engage with me so that I can get them approved?" And I said, read me your copy. And so he reads me the copy. And I got to tell you, within the first 3 or 5 words, I was like, stop talking, because it was just something that I didn't want to listen to. And if I don't want to listen to it, nobody else wants to listen to it, right? And I said, well, I think what you should do, Mr. Linder, is take your copy and throw it into ChatGPT or whichever AI source you would like to use. He personally likes Gemini because he wants to go against everything I say, but that's okay. So he throws it into Gemini and I said, so put this prompt in there. I need to take this copy and I want to create a text and a script that will make people engage or will encourage people to engage with me, that will encourage people to re-engage with this lending process, make it humorous and catchy, right? And less serious. And I talked to him about a few more things and he was like, wow, I've heard that I need to start using AI. I know I need to use ChatGPT and Gemini or whatever more and more. And if you're on this call and you're watching, everybody's saying it to you. This isn't something that's new, right? But he said, okay, fine, Jen. I was like, sorry, Mr. Linder, but no offense, you're really boring, And so he's like, okay. And so he throws it into Gemini while I'm on the phone. And not only does it give him a text campaign that starts with one-liners, right? Like, and they were humorous and engaging. And so now he has this new text, like in a matter of 30 minutes, he has a new text campaign, right? All the content that he wants to get across is going into it. It's not intrusive. It's more humorous, which is what people respond to. It's catching. It's not boring, right? And then Gemini took the same stuff and created a voicemail that shortened it down because he loves to do those voicemails. They're like this long, right? And who listens to all that? So now it's created a series of voicemails that are like short and sweet and gets to the point. So I suggest if you are doing any copy or trying to reach out to a lot of your different people, definitely put it in just to see if ChatGPT or Gemini can make it more engaging for you. Ask ChatGPT to become more engaging. The other thing that I think you should do, and this is controversial, is ask ChatGPT or your AI who you are, who it thinks you are. Ask it to describe you, right? And if it's not right, then connect it to some of your social medias, give it your social media addresses, tell ChatGPT about yourself, how old you are, the problems that you're having, if you're sarcastic, if you're not, right? And give that to ChatGPT and start having conversations with ChatGPT, even if they're not related to real estate. Just start having some conversations, and ChatGPT will start to morph into you. So whenever you start generating content, it sounds more and more like you. So my generated content now is sarcastic, is smirky, is poignant, right? It's not serious. I mean, it's serious, but it's not. Does that make sense? It sounds very much like me. I see Tina's on here today. If you have any questions or any comments, feel free to come off the mic and just ask me. I love getting into conversations on my agent collectives. Instead of just talking at people, I love the interaction of, how I can answer something. So feel free to jump in, Tina, if you would like. So that's how I'm starting to do things. I've also been on a few of the masterminds with some other people, and there are some pretty great, like property analysis stuff. I'm not a coder by any stretch, and I don't want to lie to you and tell you that I'm totally into this right now. But there's an AI called Claude AI, and it can, if you start playing around in it, you can load information from the MLS, or you can load market trends. You can load all kinds of things in there, and it spits out a lot of content that is very specific to a property that you want to list. And it's just really cool. It's like I don't know how to explain it to you, but if you are a little bit more advanced and you want to kind of jump into analytics and having stuff spit back out at you, try Claude AI. Um, mm,
I have a question.
yeah.
So being kind of new in real estate, how do you think about the prompts? How do you create those prompts? How do you think about that? I mean, how would I create prompts put into that?
Okay. So tell me about yourself. Um, who are you? Where do you work? How long have you been in the real estate business?
I've been in real estate for a year, down in Texas, and then a little bit longer in Seattle. But my license in Seattle, I just hung it. I didn't use it. And so I still feel pretty new,
Okay.
and running into all kinds of stuff that's new. So I'm licensed in Seattle and Texas. Um, and then what else did you want to know?
I think you pretty much got that. So here's what I would do if I were you. So the first thing you kind of need is content, because I don't know how many people you know in your town, right? So you need content, and you need people to start um, seeing you. So if I was a first year real estate person in a new town, what I would do is I would, drive around. I'm sure you already know, and identify the areas that I really liked and I wanted to sell in. Okay. And then I would go to ChatGPT and I'd have a conversation with ChatGPT in true Tina, right? In your true personality. So if you're snarky and you say wanna, or if you like to joke, then tell ChatGPT that you like to joke. Tell GPT that you just moved to your town. Um, pull up Wikipedia, pull up the town, whatever, drop all of that content into ChatGPT. Tell them what you're trying to tell ChatGPT what you're trying to achieve. Hi, ChatGPT. My name is Tina Sharp. I live in whatever town, Texas. I have lived here for 1 year. I had my real estate license in Seattle. I now have it in Texas. I would like to be the number one real estate agent in this community, this neighborhood, this HOA, the entire town, the world, and whatever it is. And I would like to do that by creating a YouTube page or a TikTok or all of the above, right? And please, and then I would say, these are the festivals that are going on. These are the pros and cons of this town. If you can find that somewhere, um, generate for me YouTube content that is engaging, that will rank high in SEO, um, so that I can become a known real estate agent, right? And you put as much information into ChatGPT as you possibly can, and you get it to come out in your style, then it's going to give you, 5 or 10 videos at first, and you read through those and you say, hey, ChatGPT, I was reading, and I don't like the tone of this one. I don't think it's funny enough. Or I like this particular prompt that you gave me. Can we generate more content in this style? And or when you're reading it, you're gonna see it and you're gonna go, okay, well, I want to specifically do, I don't know, what's that neighborhood? The Woodlands. I specifically want to focus on the Woodlands and the demographic of it is, and I would like people to want to interact with me, right? And so once you read your initial prompts, you're going to read through them and you're going to tell ChatGPT how to make it better. And then it'll send out even more. And the more you play with it, the better it's going to get. And the more the AI is going to learn your personality. Then it's going to send you out like a plan. It'll even tell you, would you like me to generate something for Canva so that you can tell Canva what to create? Then you can go over to Canva and you can type that into the AI generator and it's going to create your thumbnails, right? It's going to give you your copy so that you can go and do a script. It's going to give you what you should write. It's going to give you your titles. And then you can go to YouTube, do your video, send it off to an editor or edit it yourself. And then you can drop it into YouTube and you can put all its copy in there and you should start getting views and stuff, right? I've used ChatGPT even to, just ask ChatGPT stuff like, if I wanted to dominate this neighborhood, is there an easier way to do it besides mailing, right? And it'll spit out a bunch of different ideas that you've never thought of, right? So it's the most basic AI tool that we have, but it's also becoming one of the most useful. And it will even suggest other AI tools for you, right? Then as you build this up, right, you'll start moving into another basic, a chat box for like your website or for your Sometimes I link my stuff to WhatsApp, just because I don't know, I just don't like my phone number out anymore. But it will start a chat box on some of my posts, right? And so, yeah, just start asking the AIs how to become better, right? And then you're probably not quite to the point where your business needs to automate. Well, it does. You need to already have this, right? But if you're not like doing multiple transactions, you probably don't feel the need that you need to learn an AI that will automate responses. But that's coming, because the busier you get, the more you need automation in, like, oh, hey, you're a new buyer lead, right? This email should go out. This text should go out. Hey, it's Jenn Sells. I see you're looking to buy in Denver. Click here and look at my buyer's intake, things you should know. And then they'll click that. And then within that, there's a click that says, get pre-qualified today, or, 10 downfalls the buyers don't think about, right? And then it clicks into something else, right? It's just like one after another after another. Then if you have like a automation, which is what I'm working on, so don't ask me yet, but if you have an automation with the buyer lead that, you can connect to your, like you can do it with Zapier to your CRM. And if your CRM is capable, then it can have an AI like response team, right? Then the AI they can call, right? Because busier you get, the harder it is to even manage these. Yeah. So I just went down the rabbit hole. Ask me something else, Tina. Did that make sense?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Yeah. So just jump in to Gemini or ChatGPT, tell it about yourself, tell it your backstory, and say, ask ChatGPT, what's the fastest way for me to be a go-to real estate agent in whatever town you're in? And it's going to spit that out. And whatever it spits out, read it, and then say, regarding this part of your response, how do I do that? Right? Or whatever. And then it'll give you that. And then you can just keep going and keep going and keep going. So until you have everything that you need, pretty much. And well, hi, Carrie. How are you? Or Kari? Anyways, anybody have any questions when it comes to just the basic of ChatGPT? No? Yes? Maybe? All right. Well, I'm Jennifer Sells. I am in Denver, Colorado. If you ever need anything, feel free to call me. I'm always available to everyone. Just reach out to me. I'm easily found on Google. If you ever need anything, like I said, call me. And I hope you enjoyed today's talk about ChatGPT and Gemini and how to really think about how to make that AI sound more like you. All right. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will catch you probably in 2 weeks.
Thank you, Jenn.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
If you'd like more information or to get connected to the Agent Power Huddle, join our free Facebook group. This call was designed for the agents in our EXP organization, but open to any agent from any brokerage. If you're a guest and you're interested in learning more about EXP or our specific resources within the Agent Collective, reach out to the person who invited you to this call to get more info. Produced by the Agent Collective Media Network.